What's up, everyone? I am the one, the only, the main man, the man with the power. Yes. And you know I got that tower that tends to devour. And I got that pleasure going hour by hour. It is me, the comic outlaw. Yes, indeed. Like I said, I've been gone for a while. You know how it is when you're doing this and that. And you see the remodeling in the back. We're going to be going over Funkos. That's right, Funko Bonanza. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Dragon Ball Z back in the day was one of my favorite shows. And while everybody's like, I like Krillin, I like Goku, I never really liked Goku too much. But I did like me some Vegeta. Yep, Vegeta. Some people refer to him as the second banana. I don't believe that. Vegeta's always been the motivator. He started out as a bad guy, as most of the people do in Dragon Ball Z. Goku beats him. They eventually turn good. Vegeta is also a Saiyan, the prince of all Saiyans. Actually, he was kind of raised by Freezer, so you know that he was, going to be a dick. And it's just the way it is. Vegeta has a different path than Goku. I like how later on their powers kind of diverged, during that whole beer scandal and everything. And this is the training. This is the Vegeta training, trying to achieve Super Saiyan at this point, because Goku had just achieved Super Saiyan. Spoilers for a show that's, like 15 years old, but or more. But he's training to kind of catch up to him. This is where he starts training zero gravity. That's why it's orange, because the zero gravity field kind of turns everything orange for some reason or another. And he ends up hurt. He's training at Bulma's right now, and this is where they get close. And this event kind of triggers that produces Trunks, and then he ends up getting married, and he ends up settling in. And he's one of the richest, most beautiful women of Capsule Corp. Capsule Corp didn't inherit. He becomes a millionaire. Poor man, he really fell upstairs on that one, huh, boys? But I digress. So, I do have a few Dragon Ball Z ones. We will be going over that shortly. But I thought we would pop the seal on this one and see where it goes. I love these Funkos. They're just so easy to open. It's so accessible. Now, that's new. I've never seen a little plastic piece like that, but it is a little top heavy, but it stands. I've often talked about this, about things being top heavy, and they all end up falling over. Of course, there's no bobblehead. This Vegeta, after, injuring himself, of course, getting back on the horse and knocking people out with his karate style. Now, I love Vegeta's Final Flash. I always thought it was cool. The video games is one of my favorite characters to play. They've done a great job, like, giving him more personality, especially during, like, Battle of the Gods and a lot of the newer stuff. Vegeta seems to be, I guess, sort of Goku's voice of reason, kind of like a pissed off, very irritated voice of reason. It's funny how they play off each other. They're complete opposites, which is why the fusion works so well for them. And let's check this out again, give you a nice rotation. This is what Vegeta wears: red shoes and purple shorts when he's trying to whoop some ass. All in all, it's a great toy. It's a great little Funko. It's a nice little piece. It's a little heavy, but it sets up well. They did a great job bracing the legs here. As you can see, when the legs are more braced like that and spread out, it tends to stand a little bit better. Except when the feet are like this and the head's heavy, it just, or, I hate that. All in all, they did a great job in this. This Dragon Ball Z lineup is actually pretty interesting. Check out the back of the box. I've acquired another one that we will be opening up here in a bit. And all in all, it's a good toy. I have another Vegeta, so it'll go nicely next to that one. Big Dragon Ball Z fan. Big Vegeta fan. I cannot tell you how often I just love Vegeta's quips. I love how he always has something smart-assy to say. And yes, he started out as a bad guy, but hey. So do I. I understand where the guy's coming from, how he was raised. I also understand that sometimes a sarcastic and hard attitude makes for a very deep heart. And Vegeta has heart. No matter what people say about him, no matter what his detractors say, for all his rage and his his temper and his attitude and his arrogance, Vegeta has a deep love for the people that he chooses to care about. His wife, his children, and yes, even Kakarot, the man that he sees as his greatest rival. Deep down, he does love, sort of like a brother. He had found a family and enemies, and people that he was sent to destroy ended up embracing him the most. And it changed him. It changes all of us to have that hand reached out, and even sometimes even the darkest souls can be redeemed. Remember that. Things tend to get lost in the shuffle. No matter how far down the road you are, you can always choose a different path. Your destiny is yours. Your path is yours. What you walk and where you choose to walk is yours. Will you have a heart of darkness? Will you find a new way? That's up to you. And hey, I'm not a counselor. Believe me, I don't get paid in those rates. I don't get paid at all for this job. I just do this because I have to. Communicado, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, that was the Vegeta toy. Wonderful character. I was iffy when they started the new episodes, Battle of the Multiverse and all that other stuff, but they did a great job. It was pretty good. Another thing I would like to mention now is that I don't believe that Dragon Ball GT gets the credit that it deserves. It was a fair show, and granted, some of it was terrible. Like certain things with the whole baby thing, and the fact that they never gave Pan an upgrade, and they kind of downgrade Trunks. But the whole evil Shenron thing, they had a few funny ones with Vegeta where they basically cut him out of it, which was very sad, in my opinion. As Bill and Ted would say, both bogus and sad. But, like the poet Mick Jagger said, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you might just find you get what you need. It also teaches you that you don't have to be number one in combat, this and that. You could be a number one father. You could be a number one husband. And I think it took Vegeta that long path to realize what he has now. Because he couldn't see it back then. And that's character growth, y'all. Something that they accused his character of never having. So untrue. But anyways, this is the Comic Outlaw giving you a review on the Vegeta Funko, and as always, I will catch you on the flip side. Laters.